UFC 317, the official sports money coverage of MMA Combat, is back and ready to attack. I spent a few minutes with these boys backstage, getting all jacked up. This is my favorite day of the week to start talking about fights. It's going to be a big pay-per-view card, UFC 317. And I've got the Apex Predators of the Octagon here with MMA Jeff and Subhuman Gaucho. Jeff, it's a pay-per-view event. Are you fired up?
No, I'm jacked up. We got pay-per-view. We got 12 fights lined up. We're at a reasonable 6:15, 6:30 start time, which I can appreciate. There's some exciting matchups on this card, and I'm excited as always. So let's win some money.
Well, we were fortunate to have Subhuman Gaucho carrying us a little bit last weekend there. No sleep coming in on that early start card out there, Sub. But we're back. We're ready to attack. How you feeling about the pay-per-view event UFC 317?
I'm very much looking forward to this. A lot of the cards lately have been letdowns. I think we're like 5-25 as far as finish versus go the distance in the last 30 or something like that. I mean, we've had some real stinkers. I thought Baku was okay. I thought it was a little bit of a letdown, but watchable anyway. This is probably one of the best pay-per-views of the year. This main event, amazing. I have a fight I'm going to talk about later. I think it's really great. Van versus Royval. I mean, could you make a better fight at that flyweight weight class? I'm not sure you could, man. So there's a lot to look forward to. Some squash matches, some closely lined fights. We've got a little bit of everything on this pay-per-view.
Well, we did a little zag here. We all thought we were going to zig with some of the spots we were talking about as we were getting ready for tonight. But hey, we've got a great breakdown. We've got 3 spots to try to help you guys here. Early line movement. We want to try to capture the best CLV we can and, of course, get these W's. So our guy's going to pop us off here. Back-to-back winners. He's going to take us to Dariush and Moicano, Jeff. So the floor is yours. Talk to us about your path to victory.
Yeah, I'm excited for this one. Should be a pretty solid matchup. We got the lightweight division here. We got Dariush and Moicano. Moicano, depending on where you look at this thing, some sites are showing Moicano's got an inch height advantage. I don't think that's going to matter much. Showing on screen here, we got 5'10" for both of them. Same weight, same reach. This should be a solid fight, as I mentioned. Moicano's 12-6 in the UFC, coming off a tough loss in January to Islam. He got subbed in round 1. Now, before that, he had 5 fights in a row. The guy was beating everyone up. He ended up taking this matchup and was a plus 600 dog, plus 650 dog. So there's not really much shame in getting beat up, but he got submitted in round 1, which is a little bit of a letdown for him, I'm sure. He's going to be coming back with a vengeance against a tough fighter like Dariush. I'll tell you though, Moicano, he doesn't have a lot of KO power. He is very tough, and he can wrestle though. He's got some solid training partners there over at American Top Team, so I'm excited to see how they've been managing after the tough loss there against Islam. You got Dariush on the other side of things, 36 years old. He's an impressive 22-6 as a pro. He's definitely going to bring some experience to the cage. He's coming off 2 fights back-to-back KOs, both of them in round 1. I think one was by strikes, the other was by ground and pound. Before that, he was beating up everyone as well. He was on an 8-fight win streak going into it. He took those back-to-back losses and then took a year and a half off. So, we talk about ring rest being something. Is it going to be something here? Did he need the time off after the 2 KOs back-to-back? I mean, personally, I think the time off was more just rest yourself and see where you can get. But Dariush he's a good all-around fighter. He can get takedowns, he can scramble, he can wrestle. He does have some KO power. He doesn't tend to use it very often, or hasn't recently anyways. But he does have the power. He can land a shot if he needs to. This seems to me like it should be a mix of a stand-up, takedown, and then some wrestling. Stand-up, takedown, and some wrestling. I think we're going to see a lot of that in this one. I don't think we're going to see a whole lot of cage holding, but we'll see what happens. Moicano doesn't seem to be able. I don't think he's got the power to be able to drop Dariush in this one. I could see this one going to the mat and again stand up, takedown, stand up, takedown. I think Dariush has ultimately got the better grappling and wrestling abilities, so he's probably going to be the one to shine in this one. Ultimately, I think I'm going to go with the more experienced and more well-rounded fighter. I'm going to take the dog in this one. 3 or 4 months ago, I believe it was, this matchup was supposed to take place, and Dariush was a plus 190, plus 200 dog. I'm going to go with the dog in this one as a slight dog. Dariush minus 105. I think it's funny the way this line shifted between the last couple of weeks, months. And yeah, I'm rolling with Dariush in this one. Let's go, baby. Mike's going to bring us to the McKinney-Morachev fight. Mike, I'm excited to see what you have to say about this one. How are you getting paid?
Big lightweight battle here. T-Rex, Terrence McKinney. Borshev coming in on the other side. The Russian, and we were talking about this backstage. I think this is an opportunity where we see T-Rex is stepping up in class, and Borshev, business as usual. Think about this as this Russian is going to have to be taken out on his shield. There is no shot. He's got a hell of a chin, and he doesn't like to get finished. You know, we saw that Chase Hooper fight with Borshev, and man, 6-7 minutes on the ground. He was doing everything he could not to get taken out of this thing. And, you know, on the other side of things, I think I'm just done with T-Rex at this point. I don't like the way he keeps his hands down to the side. He's got some KOs, and he looks for that one-punch power. But, look, he gets any kind of reasonable competition. I go back to the Sadikov spot there. Nazim Sadikov goes out there a year and a half, almost 2 years ago, and subs the guy. If he doesn't get that one-punch power, he's in trouble. And I think there's potential gas tank issues. On the other side of things here, 3 years, the senior, coming off a loss, a UNAM decision to Tom Nolan. James Lontop was where I really caught the attention of Borshev. I was on Lontop, and Lontop couldn't even lie on top out there. It was a split decision victory. I'll give him that. But look, at the end of the day, you got a guy with a gas tank and a guy that's used to fighting in a quality competition. If you look at T-Rex's competition, add up this guy's record of opponents, it's 5-15. Defensive striking, strong ability to kind of fire back after getting touched is what we see here with Borshev. And I like his wrestling. I think this is an opportunity. Maybe when I approached this one, I looked at it as the kind of the eye of the one, right? There's a lot of action coming in for T-Rex to finish this guy in the first round. And I just don't see it. I think he's got too strong a chin on the Russian side of things here. I like the dog. I think this line is moving in the right direction, and I'm going to take some Borshev, go out there and battle. I think he gets the outright victory. Maybe we see a late finish, make a round 2, round 3, even a decision spot, but I'd love this opportunity for the Russian. Come out here. You look on paper, he's got them gator arms, and he's not big in the takedown game, but he's just a battler. He's a brute. And I think he's going to go out there and exercise brute force on Terrence McKinney. A plus 145 is the way we're going to get paid on this battle. And Subhuman's going to wrap us up. Talk to us about the fight Sub's trying to get paid with here, Sub. The floor is yours.
Well, great stuff, boys. I love it. Benny was a first strike pick in that first fight that got canceled. So I like the Benny side. I have a lot of action on Borshev. We'll talk about how we're going to play him come Saturday. But yeah, I love Slava Claus there, and I love this fight. Hyder Emil, Jose Delgado. Kind of before getting into this one, I was a little torn because Jose Delgado, on the one hand, he's been my boy. He was also a first strike pick for me not so long ago against Connor Matthews. We took him inside the distance. No sweat there. Jose Delgado got him out of there, and he looked like he was going to get him out of there inside the distance the whole time. I really like this Jose Delgado kid, man. I call him a kid. I mean, he's only 27. I think he has a bright future. I said, a few months ago when he fought, when I broke his last fight down, that I think this guy is going to be bound for a top 15 spot. Big and long for this division, 5'11" as a featherweight, good reach, and he uses it well. He keeps people on the end of his punches, has some real power. I think there's a bright future ahead for this kid. Then on the other side, Hyder Emil, he's been a little bit trickier, I think, for me to cap. One of the things I don't like about Hyder is, he's very hittable, but it's kind of to his strength. This guy is just a marauder. I mean, he steps in and he will go after you right from the get. You see it on the screen. Significant strikes per minute, nearly 15. If you take his career as a whole, it's even higher. It's like above 20, which is absurd. And what's maybe more absurd is that he's throwing all those strikes and he's landing 57%. It's a crazy, crazy number, but he's got a lot of intangibles too. he's not going to be around forever. He's 35 years old, so not here for a long time, but he is here for a good time. He's a guy that's going to come after you. He's going to get in that octagon, and he is going to swing dicks and go right after you. He'll take one to give one, and I think that's a bad matchup for Jose Delgado here. You look at the spots where Jose Delgado has had problems, and I'm thinking particularly of his fight against Mercado that he lost. Now, not a bad loss. The loss has aged pretty well, but he's not somebody that really likes it, I think, when people pressure him, when he's the one that's getting backed up to the fence. That's exactly what Haider Emil is going to do. I think Haider Emil has a bit of takedown upside, but in the end, I think the 35-year-old here, he really impressed me in the Gomes fight. That's one that sticks out. Gomes is a guy that is difficult to back down, difficult to engage in a firefight. I think that Gomes fight, it taught me that even if you have good footwork, and I think Delgado has pretty good footwork, Haider Emil is going to be a guy that's just tough to get off of you. And I think Haider Emil here, I think he just has a little bit too much. I think he does back him down. I think he backs him up to the fence. I think it probably goes a distance because Delgado's chin is excellent, but this Haider Emil guy, man, he can knock just about anybody out. At plus 150, love the underdog here. I think there's a ton of upside, multiple paths to victory. And I'm riding it with the man. Give me the Marauder here and Haider Emil. And all that said, man, can't wait for this one. Can't wait for the card on Saturday. Hope to see everybody there.
Club. UFC 317 is going to be a banger, and you guys know where to find those best bets. It's here with Sports Money. We've got the VB MMA Ramon Scott breakdowns. We've got the First Strike breakdowns. We're working on the UFC members playbook, and we'll see you guys back here live. Probably 6:15 or so. We'll pop off 15, 20 minutes early, talk about some parlays, talk about some best bets, talk about some fights we're really excited about. In the comments, tell us what you guys are looking at there for your best bets. Tell us about your fights you want to get involved with. Then we'll see you guys really soon. On behalf of the Sports Money crew, make sure you follow MMA Jeff 19 on X and Subhuman Gaucho on X. I'm your boy Pimp Slap POD, and we'll be back Saturday live doing what we do. Nobody does it better. Appreciate you guys all. Make sure you smash that thumbs up. We'll see you soon.